Yo, it's THEMOSHOW Chicago, and we are BACKAGAIN on another fantastic sucker-free DAY. And if this is your first time watching the MOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And today's conversation, you all, just happens to be another sad day for rappers and a YouTube star. But before we get off into this, for those of you who are into theater and into art, you can go downtown Chicago and view Van Gogh. I tried to bring the material up to you all last week, but they copyrighted me. Even when I changed my own music, it's still copyrighted. And I guess it was because of the paintings. But if you want to go there, go view that. It is a very great experience if you never experienced anything like that before. I tried, okay? Also, speaking of Chicago, you have a Chicago rapper by the name of Johnny May Cash, who was fatally shot by his girlfriend. And she had reason to shoot him the way that she did. And I'm going to show you why. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. Let's pause this for a minute. Now, this here is Johnny May Cash. I'm going to show you. And he's beating on his girlfriend.
I know you want to fucking play with me, nigga. What you really do, sir? You want to fucking play with me. Bitch, you fix the fucking wood. Fix the fucking wood. I know. You gonna run out there with your shoes off, bro. What are you talking about?
Now, you see that? That is SAD to the max. Sad. She had reason to shoot him. The judge let her out on a $100,000 bond, but she had every reason to shoot him. Now, mind you, this guy has done work with Lil Durk, French Montana, and some other people, and his brother is a producer by the name of Young Chops, Chicago Southside. Yeah, these are drill rappers. You have to be careful whom you allow your daughter to be around, even in the rap world. And that video there should be a lesson for all of you young girls who are groupies to these young drill rappers. Or you may end up like Brianna Gibbs. And that's her name, Brianna Gibbs. And according to the reports, he had dropped his gun and she picked it up. And she stayed outside on the porch and then told him that she needed her cell phone. And as he aggressively came towards her with her cell phone, she shot him. She let off a couple of rounds, but she shot him in the thigh. According to the reports, I guess that's how he bled to death. Maybe she hit an artery. Some even say that she's glad that he's dead. Prior to this incident, Johnny May Cash had previous domestic violence cases, 2015, 2017, but they later on got dismissed. But this one did not get dismissed. And the lady, just from my standpoint, should not be charged. She should not be charged. He was hitting her, dragging her, pushing her, punching her. Hell, he pushed her against that wall so hard that you saw the drywall come down. Did you see how he punched her? Punched her just like he would punch a dude. You know, yeah, it's sad. This guy right here, Johnny May Cash, do you think that he deserved to die if you have a daughter? Would you kill him if he put his hands on your daughter the way that he did Brianna Gibbs? After she shot him, she ran off to a relative's place. And if I'm not mistaken, it was her aunt's. And she, admitted to shooting him. But it was only in self-defense. She didn't know she was going to kill him, but she feared for her life. And as you can see, she perfectly had reason to do just so. So I don't blame her. If I was in her position, I'd cut his TV off too. On purpose. Because he's purposely beating me. And anybody, any woman who's in an abusive relationship, whether it be mental or physical, get out. Get out while you can. Because you might not be able to get out. And being the victim continuously may cost you your life. You did? Now, his girlfriend, well, ex-girlfriend now, look at her. Terrified, traumatized. Hell, she said he even tore out some of her hair. Now, it may have been fake hair, but, I don't know. But if you look on that camera, we know that's weave. But, he probably, tore out some of her real hair. Look how he manhandled her. But we think that's cool. We think that's cool, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So, watch yourself, women. And we as black men, in fact about it, how many of his relatives prior to she killing him knew that he was beating her? Did they tell him to stop? Did they not tell him to stop? It's just another sad day for rappers. Meaning that he's dead. And he didn't have to be dead had he not put his hands on his girlfriend. This is not the first time that he's done it. So we don't need sympathy for Johnny May Cash today, okay? Which leads me to A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky is a hot item on the street of music right now. And they say that he was arrested in LAX at the airport after coming from Barbados with his girl, Rihanna. And they was, they soon to have a baby. But it just seems weird to me that they arrested him on assault with a deadly weapon and a firearm back in November of 2021 in Hollywood, whereas the victim says that he was with two other guys. They had gotten into an argument. He let off a round or two, striking the victim because he was injured. And they say he fled the scene with his two guys, but it didn't never make the news. Hell, TMZ did not even know about this. So, it's sort of wishy-wishy. Even Rihanna was surprised, according to the reports. And I'm sure that A$AP Rocky himself was reportedly surprised. Where is Trump? This is the same guy, A$AP Rocky, who Trump got out of jail from over there. What was he at, in Switzerland? So, hey, man, you may have to call TRUMP. No, but he did post No, but he did post bail. 550K. 550K. It just sounds too wishy-washy to me. Let's see here. What's happening? Is that better? I think that is better lighting. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, that ASAP Rocky thing seems sort of like, you know. And I hope you all been enjoying the album that I've been laying out on the page. You know, a couple of songs, Clocking Me, Start No Stuff, Fired Up, Summertime. And the reason why I posted the album that, yes, that is my album. I helped produce that album. Me, JR Valentino, Illa, Alex from Studio 11, downtown Chicago, Lake and Wales, UDIWG. And we had great fun doing that and the Latin Divas. And I put that music out there so that new music engineers can get an idea of what it's like not to make drill music without having all of that profanity and violence and drug talking, killing talking, clocking me, all of these songs. No madness. Hip hop. Hip hop. I remember Nas saying hip hop is dead. Hip hop is not dead. Hip hop is not dead. People can bring back hip hop, but it probably won't be mainstream. I'm just saying, because of the music and the energy that is in motion right now. But bringing back real hip hop would most definitely be a battle. It would be a battle for this drill music. Look at how many artists and innocent people whom have lost their lives because of drill music. Think about it. Drill music even tells you to do what? Tells you to diss the dead. Tells you to piss on the grave of the dead. Drill music tells you to do what? Take the picture of the dead person that you're talking about. Throw darts at them. Yeah. And who was it that FBD Junk used to roll up? Or Tuka. Uh-huh. Yeah. Disrespectful. Sad. But ASAP Rocky, we're glad that you out. And like I said, just really sounds wishy-washy in regards to that story, because we never even heard of that story. And speaking of TMZ, like I spoke earlier, did you know that TMZ had a story out on Archie Eversole, right? Now I did a story on Archie Eversole because his brother is the one who fatally shot him. But they say that he was shot in the jaw. This is TMZ. TMZ said that he was shot in the jaw while he was asleep. Huh? And then went out to the Chevron gas station and got killed by his brother? Come on. And according to the reports, the TMZ one, which was a couple of hours ago, said that not only was he shot in his mouth while he was asleep, when he got to the hospital, the police asked him, "Is the person who shot you still in the house?" And he nodded his head and said, "Yes." And then went to the Chevron gas station a couple of days later, or the next day later, and went to the Chevron gas station and got killed by his brother in Georgia? Come on now. If you just got shot in the mouth, would you go outside the very next day? I'm just saying. All of this stuff seems like It is distractions, just like Will Smith and Jada Pickett, and now she's supposed to have some story out, about what happened and why it happened and etc. All of this is a distraction. It's a distraction. That is your entertainment. And I find that that's what people talk about. That's their entertainment. But if you ask them, when did the Aztecs get invaded? Um, what was Mexico really called? Um, if you ask them what was the U.S. name before it was called North America, you understand what I'm saying? And Nature Boy, as you know, is in jail. I've been really trying to get away from this conversation, but Nature Boy should be in jail. He should be in jail. Here it is. Check this out. Now, according to the reports, that girl, Natera, said that he raped her. He might have. He might not have. And we already know that he got the virus. He admitted it in a video and then tried to explain to his followers how the virus is just something to, brush under the rug and not to worry about it. And then he receives inheritance from these guys. Look, Nature Boy has been over YouTube forever. Back in the day, him and Young Pharaoh, Nature Boy versus Nature Boy versus Nature Boy versus. And in the latest video, you see him in the streets of Atlanta, dancing in the street, doing wild, crazy things, acting homosexual. But we shouldn't be surprised about that, seeing that he was a male prostitute and a stripper in New York, and he even said that he was in jail. And while he was in jail, he said that he was bitched while he was in jail. But he calls himself God, 3G, and have all his followers, with all his costume makeup on, like he's a African Zulu warrior, throwing up, Now, for those of us who are conscious, we know what that means. We know what that means in his content. Because one content, this here means, KKK. It means another white organization, like, but it's all involved of white supremacy. But we also know this to be like of a Masonic order. So, Nature Boy, with your stinky self, he even got kicked off a plane because he was stinky. He's got kicked out of countries. He got kicked out of Panama. And these people still follow him. Hell, he was doing okay until he let the white boy in the group. Did you see the video where he had the white boy on the floor, asking the white boy to ask him for forgiveness and tell him that he's God? Let me show you. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I can find it fast enough. And that's for these chicks that's running around out here with Nature Boy. Now, his followers are supporting him. His followers say that he's done nothing wrong, but there's a whole lot of other charges that they can have against him, like racketeering, money laundering. What was Nature Boy really doing? What was Nature Boy really doing? I'm gonna see if I can find that video. Uh yeah, and he was doing okay until then. Whatever he was doing.
Tonight, an
But
accused cult leader did rape Folsom Prison's ever had. See anything suspicious?
he made the news, you all.
Bishop he and his followers bounced around South America, including Costa Rica.
Hey, I'm not gonna even look for it right now, but I'm sure you all have seen that when he asked the white boy to lay on the floor, and the white boy laid on the floor, right? And right after that, okay, the police came in. Nature Boy says, they say, "What's your name?" And he didn't give them his name. He didn't want to give them his name in front of the police. And then the feds came in. And when the feds came, the SWAT team, not, he's in prison right now. The feds didn't come in, but the state came in fully. And he's in jail. And he can't post bail. Damn. You have all of these people, the cult leaders. Look at young Pharaoh. They seem to have legal problems. What's the other guy named? Tony Maida Sawyer, whatever his name is. Sotomayor. Yeah. Legal problems. I'm just saying. Umar Johnson. He had legal problems. I don't know if he still got them, but he had them. But needless to say, he did get his schools open, and he does give great advice. You can't say that, right? But needless to say, for all of you women that's following Nature Boy out there, maybe you all should start your own harem, and maybe you all should indoctrinate men into your cult versus being indoctrinated into a cult by a man. And speaking of that, is that something you guys would try? I tried to stay away from that, but he wants them to call him God. And he says, he's come from you. I guess I said something that I wasn't supposed to say. I got a warning. I guess something came up. I didn't even see what it was. But needless to say, I'm going to get out of here, you all. I just came by to drop that live to you and put some info in your Rolodex, something to think about. But with the exception of Nature Boy, I would say the ASAP Rocky thing may be a distraction. And for that Johnny May Cash brother on the south side of Chicago that is no longer with us, well, he should not be with us. If you have an animal as a man, ladies, you either need to leave him or leave him. But if you have to kill him, as in this case, make sure that you're not premeditating it. What do you think? Do you think that she would get a self-defense case and get released? Or do you think she'll do some time? Or do you think that it'll be premeditated? Seeing that you waited for him to come out the house with your cell phone, you see. But she got the beating video in her favor and the compassion from women. Trust me. She just may beat it. Especially if you got a woman judge. What do you think? ASAP Rocky, do you think that's a distraction, seeing that we never heard of it until this day or yesterday when he got, arrested at the airport? And Nature Boy, do you feel sorry for him? Do you feel sorry for Nature Boy? Do you think he deserved to be locked up? Do you think those allegations against him are true? However, we do know what we know about Nature Boy. However, What do you think? I'm not the judge of this because I'm not the one sitting in jail for it. I'm just saying. You all think about that. Thanks for viewing. It's your brother, THEMOSHOW Chicago. Remember, it is knowledge that is power. It is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. And if you haven't done so already, press the subscribe button below, view the videos, hit the notification bell so that you can get all of the new videos that are uploaded, right? And press the like button. Press the like button. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out.